Hi guys, so for this week's video I'm doing a tag, I guess. I don't know, but basically I don't know what to classify it. I was on Tumblr, big surprise, and I ended up seeing this like kind of like a tag question thing about ships, you know, about your ships. So I decided to just take the questions and make it into a video, and I guess make it into a tag video. I don't know. So let's get started. So for this tag, you have to write down your 10 ships before you read the questions. That way it doesn't influence you to kind of put certain, couples together on certain numbers. So write them down first and then answer the questions. Okay, so before I even get into listing my ships, I'm just gonna let you know really quickly what it is in case you don't know. So shipping is when you have two people, or maybe more than two, that you want to be in a relationship. Hence, you ship them. Relationship, shipping them. So basically, you just really want them to be together. And this I did, I think the ships are only supposed to be fictional because I do have real life couples that I ship. I can't even speak. I do have real life couples that I ship, but this is just for like fictional characters in books and movies and stuff like that, TV shows, whatever. And I didn't list any couples really that I felt were canon or were already together, because then that's kind of like, I don't know. Except I did list one. So canon couples I didn't bother with except one because they're like my ultimate ship. And here are the 10 couples that I ship. 1, Merthyr, which is Arthur and Merlin. Ship them. 2, Satan, which is Sally and Aiden from Being Human, US. 3 is Janomaly, which is Jack, Emily, and Nolan from Revenge. I just shipped them together. 4 is Delana, Damon, and Elena. So from Vampire Diaries. 5 is Everlark, Peeta and Katniss. 6 is Galovich, which is Mickey and Ian from Shameless, the US one. 7, Denzi, which is Dyson and Kenzie from Lost Girl. 8 is Lena and Julian from Delirium. 9 is Kai and India from the Match trilogy. And then 10 is Chuck and Blair from the Gossip Girl. Alright, now we're going to get into questions. There's 20 questions. I'm just going to list the questions below and then you can read them there. Okay. I think I started shipping them last season. So not the season that we're on, but last season. Because they started becoming a little bit more comfortable with themselves. And I don't know, it's just like you could tell that they really cared about each other, but I like truly jumped on board the ship this season, like since like episode 1, when I saw that like Mickey was just so sad. Although he was sad last season too, but he was so sad that Ian wasn't around. So yeah. I've never, I don't think, read a fan fiction about them. I try not to really read fan fiction, so. No, they've never been my screensaver. Alright, so they don't actually go out, which is why I ship them together, because I think they should be in a relationship. We're gonna say real life and character-wise, but yeah. So they did have one episode, well, 1 or 2 episodes where they didn't remember things and they were going out and then they broke up. So I guess I can use that as fodder for it. And I was like really upset once we found out that like wasn't real and they weren't themselves while they were going out because they were so cute. And yeah, it was a bummer. And I spent the whole season wishing that that was true. So it's like the first episode of this past season that was killing me. I I think they're important because you have a bromance of like two people that at first they didn't even like each other, and then they've learned to, like, I don't know, like, to depend on each other. You know, Merlin is there for Arthur all the time and helps him be better. And then you have Arthur, who challenges Merlin and makes him, I don't want to say responsible, but makes him, you know, be more himself. They're just so beautiful. I don't think it's a funny ship, funny and like haha, because I seriously did ship Kai and India together, but Kai was just, you know. That one's tough because out of all the ships I can think of that I listed, I can think of like 3 that have really good chemistry. So I'm between Satan, Chair, and Denzi. So yeah, I have to say Satan because they're like a family unit and they've spent a lot of time together and they're always looking out for each other. So I think they have probably the strongest bond without like crazy things throwing them, you know, out of the loop and kind of breaking them away from each other. So I think that they've been the most consistent and have the strongest bond. I've watched a lot. I've watched about them a lot. So yeah. Obviously that's Chair because, oh my god. Well, I mean, they got married in the end. They're so cute and I shipped them for so long. The whole time the Gossip Girl was on, and I feel like no matter even when they were apart, they were still thinking about each other. So yeah. I think they've been broken up like twice. Correct me if I'm wrong. From 2 and 8, it would have to be 2, which is Satan, because half of that couple is dead. So they're not really there and they wouldn't be hurt by the zombie. And then the other one's a vampire that is strong and, you know, creative. They did have to hide it after Bo came back and they got their memories back. Mostly Kenzie had to hide it from Bo because that's her bestie, and obviously her Dyson and Bo were a thing. So she did have to hide it. Well, I shipped Elena purely from the books. I shipped them in the show as well, but the show, I think, actually, well, yeah, they're not together though. I don't think so. In the show, I think they are, but in the books, I don't think they are. I stopped reading them after L.J. Smith stopped actually writing them. Once they brought in like a ghostwriter, I gave up because they refused to keep Delana happening, even though she as author wanted that to happen. That was Endgame, but they didn't want to, so. Chair is canon forever and ever and ever. That question was hilarious. Well, obviously Everlark is going to survive because they've already been in there once before, so I would place my odds on them. Yeah, the biggest hater we have, President Snow, he was over there, you know, trying to mess up their relationship and mainly just get back at Katniss. You know, I just think of poor Peeta taken and being tortured. This one was a little bit difficult, but I think I would defend forever and ever Chair, because there are some people that don't agree with them being together and don't like it and can list a whole bunch of reasons why they shouldn't be, and I'm that person that will list a whole bunch of reasons why they should be together and can be together and will be together and are. No, I don't spend hours a day, but I do have to say that every time the show airs right afterwards. I go right in the tag. Not the Genomaly tag because there is none. I started that tag to be honest because I ship all three of them together. But yeah, I do look for pictures of them. I think I'd have to pick Kai and India, only because out of all the other ships, I ship everyone else so much, and I feel like most of them are, you know, like mutual. And Kai, even though he likes India, he was still really, really much into Cassia or Cassia. So it was never gonna happen, and India was okay with just letting that happen, and well, we know what happened to her in the end. So yeah, I think they would have to be the ones. Alright, so that's the end of the tag. I tag anybody who wants to do this, and I will have all the questions below, so that way you already know and you can copy and paste and make it easy. And yeah, let me know if you want to see me do more tags, and if there are other stuff you want to see me do, then let me know in a comment. And all my links and stuff will be below as well, and I will see you guys next week for a new video. Bye!